What's going on, guys? Welcome to our podcast, Unwire to Rewire. I am Jay.
I'm Dante.
We are so happy that you can be with us as we are with you. So, today is our intro.
Episode 1.
So, we are going to explain to you all pretty much what our podcast means and what it means to us.
Go ahead.
All right. So, for our podcast, we will be talking about all things relationship, all things marriage, all things courting, all the things that fall under that umbrella.
Most importantly, we'll be talking about the benefits of relationship. Relationship is not just who you're with, but relationship is who you are on the inside. Relationship is how you carry yourself. That's relationship because if you can't relate to yourself, you can't relate to nobody.
That's true. That's really true. So, we're also going to be talking about how to build relationships, one with yourselves and also with each other.
Very true. Very true. So do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Well, go ahead.
So the name Unwired to Rewire came about because when you get into a relationship, you have to unlearn what you're used to learn what you're into, if that makes sense. And so we are 4 years in, 5 years in,
5 years in.
5 years in, 4 years married,
Yeah.
and we are still learning. Okay,
Every single day.
every single moment of every single day, we are still learning. But the blessing is we learn together,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so we had to unwire from the things that we were used to. So imagine being in a relationship and you're still trying to live single, or being in a relationship and you're still trying to be everything that you were and come home and have a home life. It does not work.
No.
It just doesn't work.
No.
So um, we now that wasn't our experience, but we do want to talk about that experience. So where we started was
Back
where
in
we
COVID
started back in COVID.
when
We
the whole
were
world was shut down.
whole world was shut down, and we were out on the town as if the world wasn't shut down. Some of us were wearing masks, some of us weren't.
Well,
We
depends what
think
kind of mask we're talking about.
there we go. So let's go right there. So understand this: when you are building a relationship, the first 3 months you meet the representative, and a lot of people don't want to
Yeah,
believe that, but it's the truth,
it
right?
is.
Because when you meet a person, you are meeting their rep. So this is who represents me. This is what I want you to know. This
Yeah.
is the person, my front runner.
It's like first take.
First, right, right. And then after that, as you get deeper into it, then you start to meet the actual person. And when you meet the actual person, oh my goodness, you better
Ooh.
have strong hands, strong back, strong legs, and a strong mind because you dig in to find out who you're actually with. Under all
Yeah.
the layers of everything, you find out who the person really
No
is.
lashes, no makeup, no hair extensions.
Slobber on the side of your mouth when you wake up. I mean, it's and please, 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 for everyone who is watching, do not look at being in a relationship as you're going to be condemned if you date before you're married or if you live together, whatever case may be. Everybody's lot is different,
Yeah.
right? And you could be different ages. You can be one be have a master's degree and one didn't finish high school. There's no defining line of how your partnership is going to work.
Nah.
And I believe that everybody is put together with their opposite so that your opposite can help you be who you need to be and vice versa.
I would definitely agree there. I feel like I don't know. It comes to a
Okay.
fault though, because they say like only like opposites attract, and like all those good things. I feel like we're not that opposite.
No, no, we're not.
Like there's
But the
a,
opposites attract thing is like a cliche,
it's very cliche.
because there has to be a major part of you that's linked in order for it to work.
Yeah. I agree.
It has to be.
There has to be.
So she was my boss. Okay,
Oh
so
boy.
we're gonna go there as she sips her tea, literally drinking tea. She was my boss, and I went in for an interview. I had some complicated things that I was coming out of. Thank God I came out of them.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine told me about the job. Wanted to know if I wanted to come in for an interview. Surprisingly, I was supposed to interview with what was the other position?
Supervisor, the site manager.
And she was a site coordinator, so the site manager wasn't there that day, so I interviewed with her.
Yeah. Thank God.
And she was late.
I wasn't supposed to be there.
And she was late. And so I'm waiting, and I hear click, clack, click, clack. She had these shoes on. So, but the security told me that I was meeting with Jay. So I'm thinking Jay's a guy.
I keep hearing that.
And so she comes in and she says,
What the hell is
that
that
smell? In a polo cologne. Yeah.
It smells so good.
Right? Polo blue. Gentlemen, polo blue. All right?
Get it.
You got to get it. $100 and some a bottle now, but it's worth it. And she comes in.
5 years later.
5 years later. And she comes in and we shake hands and she doesn't let my hand go.
At some point, you have to tell the truth.
And she doesn't let my hand go.
Please. Please.
So
The truth.
we're shaking hands and we end up feeling each other's heartbeat. And so because we feel each other's heartbeat, it just went on from there. So tell them about your basic interview time.
About 15 minutes in and out. That's it. There's no more than 15 minutes, ever.
And this interview was?
An hour.
Now, if you've ever been to the state of Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Wee, bless your heart.
If you park in a parking garage, they give you an hour, right?
No more.
No more, no less. And so this interview lasted longer than my meter.
Yeah.
So I was hoping and praying that I did not get a ticket when I got back, but it would have been well worth it as we can see where we are today.
Yeah, it's worth it. $2.
Yeah, a little bit. She asked me a whole litany of questions.
You know, you gotta know who you're dealing with at all times.
At all times. But the blessing was the question she did pose was, what's your 5-year plan?
Basis, like creating the base.
Mm-hmm.
That's where people miss, but
Yeah.
that's, you know.
So when I gave her my 5-year plan, she was intrigued. But you know how you ladies get, you're intrigued, but you hide behind that representative. So you make it like you're interested, but you're not. Oh, that's nice. Right? But you could feel the interest.
Yeah.
And so she never told me I got the job, never gave me a start date, didn't do any of that.
You know, so how did you know to come in? I surely didn't give you any of that information.
I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, no, the site manager called and said,
Oh, you had the job.
yeah. So, but when we concluded the interview, did I give you the book then?
No.
Okay.
Not until like the third weekend.
Okay.
So I couldn't
But
remember your name.
We're not going to talk about that part. I told her I was an author and a minister. And was there anything else I told you?
That you had the dealership and that you had, those things weren't important to me. What got me was that you were an author and that you were a minister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she played hard to get. She made it as if, there was no interest. She didn't know my name. I said we weren't going to go there, but it's fun. She didn't know my name.
I couldn't remember. I guess it's not that I didn't know it.
Crazy part is she knew my social security number, didn't know my name. That's the scary part. But that's
Call you by those last 4 digits.
But that's one of the things that we like about each other, and we share because we both share numbers.
Yeah.
But so that's a little bit about our backstory. We don't want to give it away, not just yet, because there are
There's so
many
much to
episodes.
learn.
Yeah, there's so much to learn, and we will cross all those bridges when we get there. But the basis of this podcast is to let everyone know that unlearning to learn is okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Ooh,
wrong with unlearning what you've learned all these years.
no.
Because a lot of times the things that we learn or we pick up, knowledge is information, learning is the information that you process, right? So when you get the information, it can just be information, but when you process it and apply it, then it becomes knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have the knowledge, you change some things.
Yeah.
And unwiring, it's painful.
Oh, we.
It's the detaching. The Bible says that you leave to cleave, right? When your husband finds you, putting him in his place, putting her in her place,
Yeah.
and that was not derogatory. That was not a chauvinistic statement.
No.
That was basically saying the Bible. He and she become one, and
There's a lot of things that you
there's
have
a
to let
there's
go
a
of.
lot of there's a lot of things that you have to let go of. There's a lot of
Yeah.
pain. There's a lot of
Just a lot of unshaking. Like shaking everything that you knew before because everything changes.
Have you ever shaken a tree and seen everything fall? That's what it's
Shaking the
like.
apple tree.
That's what it's like. And if you stand under what you're
Yeah.
shaking, you might get a concussion. So at the end of the day, you
Yeah.
want to shake it off. And believe it or not, shaking it off, you grow.
That's true. Without the pain, sometimes you wouldn't have you couldn't get the experience.
Correct.
So you wouldn't get the knowledge that you now have.
Correct. And so
Yeah.
now looking back on us then, and it's not one-sided. Gentlemen, let me explain something to you. It's not one-sided. It's not just her. It's you too. Men, we are raggedy. We are stubborn. And we want it to be our way. And it's not a bad thing to compromise
No.
with your wife, your mate. It's okay to compromise. And just because you're the man doesn't mean that you're in charge, i.e., having power over someone.
I think the most attractive thing in relationship is the idea of being able to compromise or being able to really give each other the space to become the one as
Yes.
opposed to one trying to be one and two, or two trying to be two and one.
Or two trying to be 2 and 4.
Exactly. But really being able to connect on a level that is kind of greater than yourselves, but really getting to that place and actually, I guess, wanting to be joint.
Yes. So lately, this word's been flying around, mission, right? And so when you're embarking on a relationship, you're on a mission, right?
Yes.
And the mission puts you in the driver's seat. And you have to be willing to drive, whether it's a stick shift, whether it's an automatic, whether it has paddle shifters, or
Yeah.
whether it just has a clutch, a brake, and a gas pedal. You have to be willing to drive. Drive means work at it.
Yeah.
You know, people think driving is easy, and because they see people do it, but you don't think about the mechanics behind it. Relationships look good on TV. They look good in magazines.
They look good until you have to put actual work in. Like when people think of mission, they don't think of work. They just think, oh, this is something I just, like I have to do this thing.
Yeah,
But no one ever considers how hard that work is
yeah.
that has to actually be put into to whatever to get to that thing
the
to
development
accomplish
piece.
that. Yeah, like
LeBron James said something, and I heard it today, and it really stuck with me. I even posted it on Facebook. Fall in love with the process.
yeah,
Everybody wants the finished product. Everybody wants the glitz and glamour. But when you fall in love with the process, the
You
glitz and
accept
glamour
it
at
so
the
much
end
more.
is the reward.
yeah,
And we have to learn to fall in love with the process of unwiring, the process of letting go, the process of you can't receive if your hands are closed.
that's true.
How do you grab your significant other's hand if your hand is closed? It doesn't work. So
Isn't that ironic?
yeah, no, my hand was open.
That's good.
Yeah,
Because usually your hand is closed, you're holding something.
as long as I'm holding on to you, darling, that's all that matters. So that's the idea. That's what it is, and we're going to get into some topics. We are going to have some people come on and join us. We are going to dive into this thing. We are going to,
Yeah.
what I like to call unearth relationships. We're going to dig up the soil
Yeah.
and replant. Sowing and reaping is one of the greatest things of relationship as well.
Yeah.
So, but that's, we're going to get into some tea.
Oh,
Now we're going
trust.
to get into some tea. We're going to talk about how she left me, and then when she left me, she thought I left her for somebody else. Then we're going to talk about the coworker at a job that I had that she had a dream about that I didn't even know what was going on. We're going
Y'all
to talk about how family gets involved.
airing out their
Um,
dirty laundry.
we are going to talk about helicopters in families. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And we're going to define how we don't even know we're being controlled by generational curses. This is going to get deep. I hope
Hope y'all ready for it.
you're ready for it because
It gets intense. This is going to be, I think, be the journey of like the century, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Because so many people are stuck under their own like muck
Yes.
and mire and misunderstanding, and it's just so being able to have the opportunity
Yeah.
to
Is a
have
blessing.
gone through some things to be able to kind of shake things up is great.
I just want to touch on something real quick.
Yeah.
I remember when we were at the hotel.
We'll talk about that too.
We'll talk about that too. Do you know if you stay in a hotel, if you're renting there for a while, like an extended stay, you're considered homeless because you have no address? Learned that the hard way. But we were at the hotel, and I had mentioned to you about doing something, and you heard something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she flew off the handle because of what she was used to. And what I was saying was not anything of what she heard. And it wasn't even what I said, it was how I said it. So the unwire for me was changing my language
Yeah.
to a language that she could understand.
The unwire for me was understanding that that's not what was meant or
Right. And
how
then,
it should have been taken.
and then the rewire
Yeah.
was understanding each other.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's going to get deep. I promise you it's going to get deep. I don't know if we have enough time for each episode to get really into it, but we really want you to subscribe and to share. Hit that little bell button up there so that you can know when we're coming on, because a lot of people do podcasts and they're not transparent.
Yeah.
A lot of people do podcasts for the glitz and glamour. We work every day. There's no glitz and glamour here. We're just coming on to be honest and open so that you can understand that what you see today was not always what it is.
At all. Definitely what you see is what you get, though.
Yeah.
Like, how you see us here is how we are. But
Always. And it's so crazy. Not throwing any shots, but I have to say it. It's so crazy being around other folks and they see our banter and they're trying to figure out, looking at their significant others, trying to figure out when they're going to jump in and say something. It's just...
like, is it real?
Yeah.
Like, is this really how they are? Is this really like... That's my favorite question. Are you guys really like this, like, all the time?
Are you guys really happy?
Yeah. Like 1,000%.
I was going to
That's a crazy
I was
question.
going to throw shade just now,
No
but
shade.
okay, all right.
It's too bright in here.
Listen here. I thought it was sunny outside, but no. What I was going to say was, I'll clean it up. What I was going to say was, yes, we're definitely that happy. This is not a fake and phony type thing. I don't have a gun to her head, nor does she have bruises on her face. This is not that type of party. We are joined together by God to help other couples, help other people in relationships understand the dynamics of unwiring from what you're used to rewiring to what you're going into. And when you rewire, doors open, windows open, garages open, houses open,
But
relationships.
I will say this, though. It's just like bodily healing.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to sting. You're not going to feel like it. You're going to want to throw in the towel. But when you get when you get to that point. Like once you hit your peak,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing else can kind of like come into your way because now you're just on a.
So how many times did you want to throw in the towel?
Oh we, that's a question. A lot.
A lot. Okay.
Because that work is hard.
Yeah.
Like that work, it's really, really hard. And like you don't, I guess you really don't know that you have the strength until you have to have the strength.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw it in a while.
Yeah.
Like,
We got married in May.
we would get divorced
We were
in
going to
July.
get divorced in July. We were going to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's outside forces. This is going to sound crazy, right? We don't argue because
No.
we're mastering having conversation.
But then you have the people who say like, oh, arguing is healthy, or oh, like no, like there's no way that you guys just don't. Arguing is not healthy.
Yeah, please don't let people tell you that.
Arguing is not healthy. It's okay to disagree,
Definitely.
but once you get to a certain level, like once you, and I guess this is kind of hard to say this, but I feel like once anger is involved, frustration is one thing. Once anger is involved, no.
Yeah, no.
Like that's where you kind of, that steps into a whole different thing. Like you're not supposed to do anything when you're angry.
Yeah.
That's Bible, but you know, we're not ready for that yet.
But the crazy part is too, gentlemen. Now, let me say this because this was something that I suffer from. You cannot be mad at your ex and take it out on your current when you see the mirror of action.
Ooh.
Because when you do that, that shows that you are not healed, and now you're carrying damage into something new. I put it in my book. I said a lot of us walk around with Louis bag
With trash.
luggage, and it has a whole bunch of trash in it because we want to dress it up and make it look nice when it's really not.
Yeah.
And we have to do self-assessment, self-reflection to say, am I ready for this? My sister called me one day and she wanted to have a conversation about something she said she was ready for. And I kept telling her, are you sure you're ready for this?
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing. Relationships are huge.
Yeah.
But when you put the work in, I would rather walk 99 miles with you than walk one without you. And I say that not to butter her up because we're on camera. I say that because when
Life
you
is different.
yeah
Oh,
yeah
life
when
is
you
different.
when you get comfortable with a person, when you
know what you know, you can't unknow what you know.
I knew you were gonna say that. That
It's
drives
a
me
thing,
insane.
but it's a thing. It's
That-
the
that
truth.
drives me insane.
You literally cannot unknow what you've already began to know.
Or can we say experience? Can we just not say unknow what you know, please? I want to jump off the couch head
You can't
first.
unexperience what you've already experienced.
There we go. That sounds
But you
better.
can't, like, it's like words. Like, you can't say something and then, oh my gosh, I said something wrong and take the words back. It's the same exact thing there.
Yeah.
But we have some questions.
We have some questions. It's so nice to have questions because if not, we'll sit here and go all day long.
And we have a lot to talk about,
We have
y'all.
a lot to talk about.
But I'm
so,
here to keep us on track.
for once. Out of the two of us, who do you think's the one that's late all the time? We're not gonna tell nobody.
Neither.
We're not gonna tell nobody.
Well, when you wake me up, I'm on time.
Oh my gosh. And that's another thing. When you get married, your responsibility list grows longer
Yes.
than the naughty and nice list.
Yes.
Okay?
You're my alarm clock.
Listen,
You're
listen,
my
listen.
chauffeur because I'm a passenger princess.
Listen to
y'all.
this. Listen,
I'm a
listen.
passenger princess. You are. That's my personal chef.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are my personal lotioner.
Yep.
You are my mirror.
Yep.
Okay, come on, because the list can go on. You are my fashion consultant. Just not today. I did this by myself.
There is a God.
But our questions, we do have some questions that we want to get answered.
All right.
That I am super excited for.
Questions?
How has your faith shaped your relationship?
Whew. How has our faith shaped our relationship? Well, without God,
Nothing is possible.
this wouldn't have been a thing. No, I think that, again, when you put, I'm trying not to use faith in the sentence because some people
I
don't
think
really
you
understand
should.
what faith is, but when you don't have the faith, like you're really just not able to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But this was not, y'all, I'm going to lean in a little bit. This was not something on our own volition.
At all.
Like, this
I
was not the plan.
I was at a barbecue.
I won't be saying that. I was at work.
Yeah. She was at work. But
Taking care of other business.
faith shaped it because after our interview, I walked out of the hotel that we were. That's not the hotel that we lived at. This is the hotel we worked at. I walked out of the hotel, and I called my brother and I said, I just met my wife. And he said, huh? He said, you said you weren't going to date nobody for a while. Yeah, I know what I said.
Joke's on me.
But because she felt at home, you
Yeah.
know. And a lot of time, we
Yeah.
miss that because a lot of men don't know how to stay out the street and find home.
Ooh.
So when you feel home, you run from the feeling.
What did you say? Love should have brought. Sorry. Okay, wrong time.
If you're going to quote Boomerang, you at least have to give Eddie Murphy credit. But faith is
The anchor.
the anchor. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen.
Yeah.
We would have never looked in faith's direction for us to be together because it wasn't, we didn't go looking for it. So faith had to be the foundation to shape it into what it is now.
I feel like trying to do it, like we said, we were almost out of here in July of 2021. But I think trying to do it on our own ultimately was like the demise.
Yes.
Once we really put God into it and all of his strength and power.
Then we had to draw some more strength and power.
And yes, at this point he's the generator. But
Generator,
it took all of
battery,
the generator to
the electric lines outside, underground, above ground.
yeah, y'all, our faith is rooted pretty good.
It has to be because as we get into this, if we tell you the things that we've been through
Yeah.
and to still stand,
Yeah.
and we're not standing in our own footprints, but we'll go on for days.
Yes.
Next question.
What are you guys most grateful about in your marriage right now?
I think being in this space,
Yeah.
like being able to say, like, I have my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm grateful for. Having someone that, and it's not even, people say, like, oh, I want to be with someone because I want to be with someone, or I want to be with someone because I want to experience this, or I want to do this. And I'm just like, yeah, but I like the work.
Yeah.
I like the work, but I like the relationship that we've built with the work.
I think the relationship interchanges day by day.
It literally does.
So like it's a Friday night, right? And so Friday night is our conversation night. And what we do on conversation night is we explore the past. And the fact that you can explore the past, watch this with your wife, because man, we can't talk
It'd
about
be some
things of the
past,
past with our current or our forever because they can't handle it. Well, I am so
talk about
sorry for
everything.
those who cannot because the one that I married, she and listen,
We ain't gonna talk about it.
and she'll dissect the story, right? To make sure that, all points connected, all roads lead to the end.
I want to hear everything.
She wants to hear everything.
I'm gonna tell you everything too.
And listen, and she doesn't need Chat GPT to run it through. She filters it herself. But it's fun because you get to show who you are, who
Yeah.
you were,
Exactly.
right? And then you can gauge it and say, well, I see where you've grown here, you've grown here, you've grown
Yeah.
here. And there's no faking it. Like we can honestly say that we've been in this situation, that situation, this situation, that
Gosh, yeah.
situation. We've had to change careers, we've had to change friend circles, we've had to change locations.
How many times have we
we've-
had to do those things? I need to count, like the constant pivot and readjusting.
I like that.
Like it's at this point our relationship is a science experiment.
Or
Because you get one
or-
place, you're just like, okay, this potion, this not the potion. What is this? This chemical didn't work, so let's try this.
or a continuum of the word pivot. But we are grateful that we've learned to pivot together versus pivoting against each other.
Yeah.
I think we got time for what? One more question? What do you think? Okay.
When did you realize marriage wasn't going to be like the movies?
Ooh.
When do we feel like marriage wasn't going to be like marriage in movies?
Before we got married.
No why.
Can I tell a quick story about the dinner at my mom's?
My lord, yes.
Okay. So, when we first were going to get married, we got
December
engaged
19th.
in October. So
October
October
30th.
30th.
2020,
And we were going to get married in December.
December 19th.
Okay. So, okay. Let me say it this way. So, when you are, I guess, a treasure of a family, and you let everybody know that you're getting married just out of the blue, like, you were with this guy and that didn't work out. And then I'm getting married, but I'm getting married to a person that nobody knows. Oh my gosh.
No.
So we have a dinner at the family home, and ooh, boy,
That was fun.
we found out that there were rumors going around about me. We found out that I wanted something from her.
A lot. I think
we found
every
out a lot.
every ugly lie.
I mean, it was terrible. And that was the seed that tried to plant the demise. And so we had to recover from it and bounce back from it because we knew that this was not of our own doing.
So how was it different from a movie?
There was no paid actors. Everybody had their stance, and that's where they were. And I didn't get no check for
The end.
at the end. But how is it different from the movies? In the movies, 85% of the time there is a fairy tale ending. We have the ending, but it wasn't a fairy tale.
It wasn't a
It
fairy
was-
tale beginning.
It wasn't.
Well, okay, it's kind of
The beginning was fairy tale.
It was kind of cute.
Yeah, the beginning was fairy tale.
But the middle was real ghetto. That's the word of the day. It was real. It was
Now,
rough.
GHETTO or GETTO?
No, GETTO.
Oh, ghetto.
It was ghetto.
Leo gets. I'm not gonna say it was. So now looking back at it, I'm grateful for it.
Definitely grateful.
Because again,
Without it, like really, where we have been, where
Can-
would we have been?
can you imagine if we didn't go through it?
No, because we wouldn't be here.
There we go. Next question.
What is your first memory from your wedding day?
Okay,
Our-
can I?
What is our first memory from our wedding
Wait,
day?
together? What is our first? Is this one that we have to answer like together?
No, we can
memory?
answer separate.
Am I allowed to air this?
Yeah, go ahead.
My first memory was calling you from the back of the Uber. That was the wedding day. That was like crack of dawn, midnight hours. It was just.
Wasn't midnight
it was
hours.
So, it
no,
wasn't
we ain't
midnight
gonna say
hours.
that. No.
It
We're
was
gonna be
just
on here.
too-
We're gonna tell the truth.
What was it? It was
She
crack
called
of
at
dawn.
5:15 a.m.
I was out that late.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I had to work a half a day, and I worked from home at the time. And she called, and I was at a bachelor party that was more
Just
like
awake. Uh-huh.
it was more like a gathering. And anyway, and so everybody was sleeping, and I was up. And she called, fired up. I love you. We're getting married in a few hours. I'll see you soon. Whoa. Okay. Love you too.
That was my first memory.
That was her first memory.
But that's the funniest memory for me. But I think it's because for me it was so deep, right? Like
Yeah. Now
You
that
know-
was like fairy tale though.
that. Now that
Yeah, that was like fairy tale. My memory was standing up at the altar waiting for you, and you and Bishop Tyson, God rest his soul, you guys come down, and he told me in the back before we came out that if I cried, he was going to embarrass me at the wedding.
He told you that?
Uh-huh. And so I was choking back the tears because, again, this is what we pray for. This is what we look forward to.
Yeah.
And to see her. And we'll get into the backstory of her coming down the aisle and so on and so forth and why that was so emotional. But
Yeah.
the idea of just, we're finally here. Like, I finally have
Yeah.
someone that I can lean on for real, not these shoulder leans. I'm talking about a real lean. We kind of get that mixed up. So that was that was mine.
I love
Any
that.
more questions?
What is one prayer or hope you have for the next 4 years?
One prayer or hope that we have for the next 4 years. Well, let's see. We're ahead of the deadline by 2 years.
By a good 2 years.
Okay, so what's your hope?
I think, you know how you get your birthday cake and you get your candles,
Mm-hmm.
and they say, okay, make a wish, but don't tell anybody your wish. I don't have anything. Like, I think my prayer has been the same prayer,
Okay.
is that, we always keep him in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can continue whatever it is that he has us doing. But that we are, staying on the journey that we are called to stay on.
I don't like the fact that you take my prayer. That's not.
That was your prayer,
Like,
dude.
I mean, like you can't
That's
have
my prayer.
you can't have everything in mind.
Well, I have your last name. So.
Do you?
Well,
Okay.
okay, we're working on the
All
rest
right,
of it.
all right.
Technically.
All right. I think we have time for one more question.
What's one way you've grown individually and as a couple since getting married?
I don't talk at him.
What's one way? Well, wait, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Go
hold
ahead.
on. What's one way that we've grown individually? What's the question?
And
again?
together since we've been,
Since getting married.
And as a couple since getting married.
we talk to each other, not at each other.
And we don't try to be in each other's places.
No. That's a tangent. I'll talk about
No,
it
no, no,
later.
no, no, no. You gotta
I
give them a little
can't.
bit. You gotta give
Okay,
them a little bit.
so it's hard because I am a firm believer, and it's so weird because you don't hear a lot of women talking about this because we're in this. I might get canceled before we get started. I'm sorry, but transparency is a thing. We're in this hyper feministic time that women, yes, like we can do the things that's a lie. I can't even truthfully say that. Women are made for this. Men are made for this.
I'm gonna count the ripples in the blind.
There-
Go ahead, keep going. 1, 2, 3.
There is a huge importance of women staying in place. Please, that's a whole different episode.
Okay.
It's
all
a
right,
whole
all
different.
right,
It's a
all
whole
right.
different because we gotta dive into that, man.
We do.
Like, man was man.
Mm-hmm.
Was this male, man, whatever falls under that.
However, it falls.
Female, woman, wife, husband.
Wife.
Like,
husband.
understanding where you fall in that lineup. But
Yeah.
that's, again, whole different. But understanding my place, I think, is something that has helped me in our marriage. Understanding what I was really created to do and the purpose that I have as a wife and to your husband.
Refresh me on what the question is again.
How have question?
What's one way you've grown individually and as a couple since
Yeah.
getting married?
Growth individually and as a couple since getting married.
So learning our place and not talking to each other was my thing.
That was your thing.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, learning how to tone down my protection, and the growth is toning down my protection. I am a man through and through, and if you overstep when it comes to her, when it comes to what we're building, I'm like a rabid dog, not this little soft barracuda looking dog we got laying on this floor here.
A little Q-tip.
Her little, nah, I ain't even talking about the little brown Q-tip. I'm talking about I'm going to attack you, and I don't mean physically unless you go too far. What I'm saying is a husband is a husband, right?
Like you're my protector anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I don't care who it is. Hear me well. Mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle,
Cat. Right?
cat, rat, dog, don't matter. Because there is a precedence that has to be set and has to be an understanding that when you leave to cleave, you cleave and you leave everybody else
Yeah.
behind. And if the everybody else can't understand that, then they got to deal with me. All jokes aside, I had to learn that protection isn't always talking.
Yeah.
Protection isn't always
That was a big one.
swelling up. Yeah.
Oh, that was a big
Yeah.
one.
And you don't always have to fight every battle. So
Yeah.
that's what I've learned, and that's my growth since we got married. I've tried now 100%.
You're done good.
You know, I don't think I fight 100% about that. I might be like 75 now. You think?
Okay. It's
80,
yeah, 75.
75, 43.
Well, it depends what day it is. It depends really what the scenario is. But no, I think that no, like there's growth every day.
Yeah.
And it's not even something that needs to be grown.
Mm-hmm.
It really is like it's situational. Sometimes you have to be, and there's something that you're teaching me that I've also had to learn through this process. Is just like no, there's some times where no, you have to rise up.
Yeah.
But I think you've gotten to the place where now understand. Okay, I don't have to rise up about it. I
Yeah.
don't have to rise up with everything.
Yeah.
And it's the same with me, because you know, I'm
But
from
wait.
Philly.
But wait.
I have no problem
Anyway,
with rising up.
being from Philly means what? But remember in the beginning, our energies, bless you. Remember in the beginning, our energies. So you were the rah-rah and I was the laid back. And then it switched and now you're more laid back and I'm more.
It depends where we are, what it is,
Okay.
or who it is.
Okay. Well.
Because at any given moment,
Okay.
but
Well. So we hope you guys tune in. We hope that we didn't bore you to death. We were more than 13 minutes, but we got some tea for you. So you might want to come back next episode and join us so we can continue to discuss what it means to
Yeah.
disconnect, to reconnect, to unwire, to rewire. It's a great feeling. It's a great experience. And most of all, when you disconnect from what you know and to dive in what you don't know, it takes you places that you
Oh,
never
yeah.
thought you would get to.
oh yeah,
Would you agree?
I agree. I'm so excited to move
I'm
forward.
actually scared. I'm not gonna hold you.
I cannot wait.
We know. We know. Until next time, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.